Hi guys, welcome back for another week with us here as FPL FC. I'm Kim,
Cyril here.
and we're gonna talk about the coming week. I know the previous week had been quite ups and downs for a lot of people, I believe.
Mine was horrible. Mine was just damn horrible. I can complain about Manchester United the whole night, so let's leave it at that.
Oh well, I'm still wearing Manchester United shirt, so I'm still gonna stick with my team. I know that I have said Pogba should not take the penalty, Rashford should.
Same
but
thing, even worse.
He still misses it anyway. So we're gonna talk about that later. So we're gonna start with our defense line first. So alright, let's go with our defense line.
Okay, so the interesting thing about this season is that not many goalkeepers actually have kept a clean sheet.
Yes.
And
so far none.
None. Yeah. The only ones that have a clean sheet last week was Aston Villa and Southampton, but I don't see them keeping that clean sheet anyway in
coming weeks.
Yeah, in coming weeks, because they have to be consistent, and let's face it, when it comes to Aston Villa and Southampton, they are not exactly consistent.
Yes.
Consistent in losing maybe lah. But they won't keep a clean sheet. So I'm still going to pick Jordan Pickford from Everton, because his fixtures are favourable against Wolves and Bournemouth. Both these teams, although they have been performing quite well, but then again, I think in terms of save, Pickford is still better. I mean, I don't trust Manchester United at the moment. I think that De Gea has been very shaky.
Sure.
Even though his backline is good, but De Gea has been very shaky.
Sure.
Ederson seems to be leaking a lot of goals.
Yes.
And Liverpool, what can you say?
Even Liverpool fans don't trust Adrian at this moment.
So there's no other goalkeeper that I see that's worth to be picked except for Pickford.
Okay, so Pickford at a price of 5.6 million at this moment. And we're gonna move to defense line. So the defense that you're gonna pick up for.
For defense, I think it's time to, if you want to change the defense, Tyrone Mings is a good option. He's really cheap, 4.5 million only, and his fixtures is against Crystal Palace, West Ham, and Arsenal. I think when he faces Arsenal, you can bench him. He's really cheap, which is actually good, and he scored quite good points during the last game week.
Seeing how Crystal Palace won against Manchester United, are you afraid that Aston Villa is gonna be trash or be considered a lot of goals?
I don't think so, because this is what I mean. If you face a big team, you play differently. So you play orang yang sama taraf, you will lower your level most likely. The mood might be there, but then again, the way you play, the way you receive your opponent is different.
Okay. Alright. As for my pick, I will go for the other team that he's playing against. So I will go for Patrick Van Aanholt from Crystal Palace, which is just 1 million more expensive than the Ming just now. And whereby how he played in the last match against Manchester United, he actually had 3 bonus points. So I would see that they will keep up the momentum ongoing. As when they are playing Aston Villa, I still see that it's gonna happen the same way as well.
I mean, let's face it, Aston Villa is still figuring out stuff. That's how you can see it. But at the end of the day, if they can perform against United, and they're playing at home, right? They're playing at home, so it's an advantage, definitely. But Tyrone Mings for me is because he's cheap. That's one of the biggest plus points. So you can buy him, you can keep him as a sub. He's going to play. Yes.
Okay, then number 3 for defense.
This one is, I think, a no-brainer. He didn't perform last week, but that was because Everton lost. But he has been performing well since last season. Is Lucas Digne. I think he's still a good buy. People have been selling him, but then again, I think you should keep him because he's playing against Wolves, Bournemouth, and Sheffield United.
Whereby last week we had already mentioned his name. Most likely we're gonna, if some of us who do not have it, it's maybe a bargain or a cheap or player that we should look into. But if you have it, lucky you, keep him.
Plus you have Pickford. I mean, we are selecting Pickford as a goalkeeper, so they work well together. This is a reliable defense. Compared to you go for Liverpool, they have problems with the goalkeeper. United, they have problems with the goalkeeper as well. So they might leak goals, whereas Pickford there's likely to be a clean sheet.
Yeah, so most likely the big names are not gonna have any clean sheet points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that wraps up our defense. So once again, quick recap. So it'll be Pickford in the goal, Tyrone Mings, and also Lucas Digne, and also Patrick Van Aanholt from Crystal Palace for the defense line. So the next one, we'll move on to our midfield. Alright, okay, now we are back with our midfield. So, midfield, we have quite a lot of numbers.
Yeah, quite a lot of names.
Yes,
They
so...
performed quite well last week.
Okay.
Some names came up unexpectedly.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who dropped Salah last week as well.
Yeah.
And regretted a big time.
Well, don't blame me. Okay, but yeah, it's one of those days where he actually performed, so it's luck lah.
Yeah, I guess until today, when we played so many years of fantasy football league, it's still pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You thought he's not going to perform, you let him go, and this thing
Macam
happened.
main 4D lah.
Nah.
Okay, you buy the number every day, suddenly one day you said tidak kenal lah, then it comes out.
Okay, we're gonna start with the first name.
Okay, so this is the surprise pick for me. It's from Norwich. He only cost 4.6 and it's Todd Cantwell.
Yes, okay.
Reason is he has 1 goal, 2 assists, and I think he did very well during the last game. I watched again.
Okay.
And he was just unlucky not to score. He is guaranteed the first 11, so I would actually put him in my reserve.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because you never know who's not going to play, especially when I'm actually encouraging you to put Raheem Sterling.
Okay. So although Norwich is playing West Ham, Man City after that, then Burnley after that, so...
Yeah, but he's a safe bet. He's going to play.
Yes.
So you can put him as a bench and pick a Manchester City player like Raheem Sterling, which is bound by rotation. So if he doesn't play, at least you have a very formidable midfielder as a backup.
And since Cyril mentioned about Raheem Sterling, I also gonna add in another Manchester City whereby it's also again another player which is a no-brainer, which you don't have to like, oh, why do we have to pick this player? Whereby it's Kevin De Bruyne, whereby he has been consistent throughout seasons.
I heard that said the other day during the match, you cannot. If you cannot pick Aguero, you cannot pick Jesus because you're not sure whether they score.
Yes.
So why don't you pick someone who guarantee will assist them?
Yes. I mean, to get Kevin De Bruyne to actually score is actually 50-50, I would say.
Yeah.
But him delivering all the assists is quite guaranteed. So because as midfielder, your assists count as points as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So Kevin De Bruyne, it's for us, I think it's a safer bet compared to Raheem Sterling. Although Raheem Sterling had more points at this very moment.
I mean, last year he had less points because he was injured.
Yes.
He was one of the top players.
Correct.
So now he's just starting to pick up, and you can see he's getting his form back. So why not?
Yeah, I do not know whether the video can see, but the table is wood, so I touch wood. Hopefully, the injury doesn't happen to him. All right, then we move on to another player from Spurs, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not giving up on this player. Although I triple captained him last week, so it's really shitty. I triple captained him, and he only scored 3 points, 6 with my triple captain. No, there was 2 and 6.
So okay.
It's Son.
Yes.
From Spurs. I still believe that he's still getting used to the way of play. But with Spurs having a lot of injuries at the moment, he is guaranteed to play, and he's unlucky not to score. That's what I can say.
Okay.
So he was unlucky not to score.
Or would it be, or do you look Spurs at some team whereby they are so highlighted last season, and then this season we were expecting them to do a lot more, but actually did not turn out to be how we expected?
Tidak lah. I think Spurs is one of the top 4.
Macam Ken itu pun macam tak berapa saja.
Ken has always been like that.
Okay.
He has always not scored, but when he scores like 2-3 sekali.
Okay.
That's how I see it. So Spurs is like that, but they have always been consistent to win.
Okay.
It's only unfortunate that the last game was against Newcastle.
Okay.
Tak tahu how they boleh kalah.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. Newcastle is like...
Okay, so Cyril is not giving up on the Korean just yet. So Spurs is gonna play Arsenal, Crystal Palace right after this. So most likely, hopefully they'll perform against the big team.
I think they do well against big teams.
Yeah, like you said earlier on, they have a different mentality. They play differently against the big team. Hopefully, they perform better.
Yeah.
So, Son is another one. And the next one would be...
Harry Wilson from
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Okay. It seems like every week we have at least one Bournemouth player in our tips. Okay.
Okay, but if you watch the game,
Yes.
Harry Wilson actually scored a really perfect kick
Yes, correct.
from outside of the goal. It was just fabulous, and that was not the first time he did it.
Yes,
it was
yes.
actually the second time.
Yes.
So with the injury that happened during that match, which forced him to come in,
Yes.
I expect him to start
The next match.
in the next match.
Okay.
It is
okay.
a gamble. It is a gamble. I don't think many people will go for him.
Yeah.
But then again, at the price of only 6.0, I think it's worth it. Especially with Everton midfielders not performing.
Yeah. Although we are not talking about forward now, but I think if let's say I were to choose between the two Wilsons of Bournemouth, whereby it's Callum Wilson and Harry Wilson, I think I would most likely go for Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
He seems to be more outshining this season.
This season.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna add in one more name for our midfield. Like I said earlier on, we have a lot of names that we're gonna do for midfielders. So one more we're gonna add in is our Chelsea players, which is called Mason Mount. So this player seems like it's a favorite under the new management of Lampard. All right, and
But they have not been performing that well, right?
yeah, they have not been performing that well. But I've also
Buddy manager lama, buddy pemain lama. United is not performing under Solskjaer so far, and so is Chelsea.
okay, maybe. But I'll say I hope they gonna do pretty well. But young and also not so expensive. Only 6.2. And I think that he is most likely gonna be featured in the coming matches.
Yeah, I think if he performed last week, why not, right?
Yeah.
Chelsea has a problem with injuries at the moment.
Yes,
So there's a lot of players, a lot of regulars that are not starting.
Well, so far, a few game weeks now, what we love about the English Premier League, it has always been like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
We thought it's gonna win, then not gonna happen. Manchester United has a win, a draw, and a lose.
Well, like he said, itu bookie control. I always say that.
All right, and that wraps out our midfield session. Alright, the next session will be our forwards. We have done with the defense, we have done with midfield. Now our forwards. Some names that we're gonna be quite familiar with, so the names that we're gonna mention.
I don't expect myself saying this, and I think Kim pun makan ludah sendiri lah. We are going to put Timu Puki in this.
Apparently, Pookie party has been going on and on. So if you have not heard it, the saying now is no Pookie, no party.
5 goals, 1 assist, and I mean the key to Pookie is that his team, what's his name, Norwich.
Yeah,
they're
Norwich.
playing very good counter-attacking football. Okay, so Norwich was really good in their counter-attacking, where you can see how Norwich played with Chelsea. They were so fast, so swift, and that's where our guy, not exactly our guy lah, but Pookie scored.
Well, I still have quite a 50-50.
He said the boat has sailed.
Yeah,
him.
the ship has sailed, so you can say goodbye to the ship, and then
Then he scored, and he
scored,
assisted.
and he assisted. Yes. Well, definitely doing far off better than Rashford. So, but okay, let me recap one more time. Pookie is gonna play against, Norwich is gonna play against West Ham, Man City, and also Burnley. But like Cyril said, Norwich had been playing a game whereby they don't care whether they're gonna win, they're gonna lose, they're gonna draw, but they play all out. So meaning to say that even though I'm losing, I scored 1 goal, 2 goals.
Yeah,
It's good.
And I actually like how they play. It was very interesting. It's not, like zaman Mourinho, you ambil bola, you pegang sekejap, you relax. It's
Yeah,
very
true.
boring game.
So it's just
Hantam
hantam saja.
You get
Okay.
the ball, go forward. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
wish Ron played
definitely
like
definitely Norwich is a match or is a team that we should watch out for. So if let's say you have haven't played your wild card and you're gonna play your wild card, well, our friend most likely is gonna pay
6.8 saja bang. It's only 6.8.
So
Budget.
yes, so that is for Timo Pukki.
Timo Pukki.
Yeah, alright, okay, Timo Pukki, so that is the first name we're gonna mention. So the second name we're gonna mention is?
Second one will be still Ashley Barnes.
Okay.
3 goals in 2 matches. He always starts, and when I'm selecting, like I said in the previous videos, probably you can watch them, I don't trust in strikers. They cost so much, they rarely score, and they give very little points. So I like to go for budget strikers. One example is you go for Kane, for example. You spend so much on Kane, blank.
Yeah,
so
true.
Not worth it.
True.
You go for Aguero, suddenly tidak main, rugi.
Muka macam siput sudah.
Then Rashford, penalty pun tidak masuk. Mau kata apa?
I seriously, when there's Manchester United being mentioned and then not performing, I seriously, I'm not going to comment.
He cost me 2 players, Bisaka and also Rashford. Both gave me 0 points this week. So you can expect how disappointed I am.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'm going to add in one more. And then we're going to go with Tammy Abraham from Chelsea. Not very expensive.
How much?
He's only 7 million.
Ooh.
Not as expensive as Aguero, not as expensive as
Budget.
Ken. Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. Whereby, pretty much like in our midfielder section that we mentioned just now, whereby it's pretty similar like Mount. These youngsters, I would see that he's also another favorite under Lampard. And seeing that how he performed during the game against Norwich, most likely he's gonna start. And since they have quite a good run so far, I don't think they're gonna flop or they're gonna create any surprise when they play Sheffield United.
Unlikely lah.
Yeah. So quick recap. So our forward, we're gonna have our Tammy Abraham from Chelsea,
Ashley Barnes,
yes. And we're also gonna have no Pukki, no Potty, Timo Pukki from Norwich as our.
Suddenly he don't score kan, so like kita dua.
Look, again, don't blame us. We're only looking at statistics. So that pretty much sums up our forwards. Alright guys, this pretty much I think is gonna be another session of captain picks.
Yeah.
Who is most likely gonna give you the double point, okay?
I think that after last week everybody's going back to Salah. I know, I mean I did say that Mane will be a good choice, but Salah seems to be performing again. So everybody's going back to Salah, although I will not captain him, probably I vice captain him, but you cannot deny that Salah actually performed very well last week, and they're going to play Burnley at home.
Yes.
And they have only conceded 3 goals at home, so that's a very good record for Salah.
Yeah, I think Mo Salah is still pretty much the player that is still there.
Yeah.
To the people
Liverpool will win lah, guarantee Liverpool will win. It's just a matter of who is going to score.
Win what? Win the match or win the league?
Oh,
okay, so I'm wearing Manchester United shirt and I want to say Mo Salah I think is gonna be a lot of people's favorite. So we're gonna have Mo Salah definitely. Then the second name is we're gonna have Raheem Sterling. Well, he had been quite consistent. Rotation has yet to fall on his head yet.
Yes.
Most likely he's gonna play, and we don't think that playing against Brighton, he is not gonna perform.
They only considered 3 goals away.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
So I think only finger crossed that he scored another hat trick.
Yeah, and you must remember that midfielders actually gain points if there is a clean sheet.
Yes.
So against Brighton, I don't see them not keeping a clean sheet.
Yeah, they score, they assist, clean sheet. Or put in names, put in points for them.
Yeah, you get double digit already.
Yes. Or for those who have not yet played triple captain, maybe it's time to do so. This is a disappointed face because he had played and he played on the Korean whereby he only got 6 points. And our differential of our captain picks this week is gonna be Timo Pukki. I seriously regretted when I said no to Pookie, because I said the ship has sailed, he can say goodbye, but he proved me wrong. So
but especially for this particular match, I'm going to captain Pookie also, because of one reason. West Ham, their opponent, has conceded 7 goals
so far.
7 goals so far, and they have never won at home. So it's a very huge chance.
Yeah.
So
don't you wish you haven't played your triple captain?
I know, right?
Alright, so a quick recap of our captain picks. Mo Salah from Liverpool, Raheem Sterling from Manchester City, and Timo Pukki for Norwich City.
KDB.
Kevin De Bruyne. I think most likely not we're gonna captain him. Like you say, he's gonna assist, but not likely gonna score.
You ask people to score.
Yeah. I think this 3 is most likely gonna score.
Yeah.
I think it's most likely gonna score. Alright, so that pretty much sum up our video for the coming game week, which is game week 4, and we hope all the players that is watching us may the best team win. Yo, this is Kim from FPL FC. If you like whatever that you see early on, remember to click like and also subscribe. I think the subscribe button is somewhere down there. And we promise to deliver at least 1 video a week. So once again, thank you very much and may the best team win.